I'm actually new to the art form of cabaret. I took a course a few years ago. I've sung all my life. I'm a trained opera singer. But I love to write. And what I started to do is, when I thought of the concept of this show, I thought, wouldn't it be great to incorporate family stories about women who loved me and I loved them, and they all had some influence on me. And the other aspect of my life is, when I was a younger man, I got a full scholarship to Vassar College in the United States. And this completely changed my life. But when I went to Vassar, which was many years ago, I shouldn't say how long ago, I ended up with a whole bunch of intelligent, smart, sassy women friends. And this group I'm still very close to, and they have influenced me in so many ways. So when I looked at my life and I thought, what would be the concept of a show, I thought this could work. And then when I started to craft all of the stories, it was very interesting how they all started to fall into place. So I'm very pleased with how it's all turned out. That's a good question. In cabaret, what I felt is, this is my second show. And this show was a lot of trial and error. In other words, I probably started with 50 songs, maybe 30 women who I thought about, and then I just started to zero in on which songs would I think match which person. And then I started to go even further about what was it about that particular person that changed my life. And using one example, one song I sing, I dedicate it to my speech therapist. Because I was a stutterer all my life, and the fact that I can sit here and speak fluently speaks volumes to her dedication to making me fluent. And the song that I sing for her is from the musical The Notebook. And the song is literally about someone who finds their voice. So in other words, I tried to craft a song related to the emotion or the experience or the history of my relationship with the person. I wouldn't say they're unexpected songs. In other words, most of the songs in this show people may recognize. But in other words, if you know the work by Stephen Sondheim, I sing a few of his songs. But I take that song out of context for the show. In other words, there's one woman who I talk about. She's an older woman, and she's a philanthropist, and she lives in Puerto Vallarta, and she supports so many artists, but she is unconventional in her approach to life, and she's fearless. So the song I chose for her is Everybody Says Don't, from Stephen Sondheim's show Anyone Can Whistle. And all because how the show is about, you've got to do something that you need to do, and you need to follow your own path. And that's exactly what she's done.